Admiral Kesaray's 4 eyes gleamed with cruel satisfaction as she studied the human floating in the containment field. The creature's body was a patchwork of mechanical augmentations and scarred flesh, clearly damaged goods from a species too primitive to achieve proper genetic perfection. This is what the Terrans send against the might of the hegemony? Kesaray's mandibles clicked in amusement. Her words broadcast across the bridge for her crew's entertainment. A broken toy held together by crude machinery. Commander Sarah Chun floated motionless in the energy field, her cybernetic left arm sparking occasionally from battle damage. Her right leg, more metal than flesh, hung at an awkward angle. Half her face was a web of surgical scars from reconstructive surgery following her last encounter with hegemony forces. To the aliens, she looked like a discarded piece of military hardware. "Look at it," First Officer Zethai hissed. "The humans are so weak they must replace their failing bodies with primitive augmentations. No wonder they fall so easily before our superiority." The bridge crew chittered with laughter. In hegemony culture, physical perfection was paramount. Their genetic enhancement programs had eliminated disability, disease, and injury for millennia. The sight of a damaged being attempting to function was both revolting and hilarious to them. Chen's eyes opened slowly, focusing on her captors with an intensity that made several crew members shift uncomfortably. Despite her injuries, there was something unsettling about her gaze. A predator's calculation that seemed out of place in such a broken form. "The famous Admiral Kesaray," Chun said, her voice steady despite the pain suppressors failing in her system. "The butcher of the Proxima colonies." "I prefer Liberator," Kesaray replied smoothly. Those human settlements were eyesores in civilized space. Their removal was a public service. Chun tested the containment field's edges, her movements methodical despite her obvious injuries. 50,000 civilians, including the children's hospital you targeted specifically. "Weak genetics deserve elimination," the Admiral dismissed. "The universe has no place for the inferior, just as it has no place for—" She gestured contemptuously at Chen's scarred form. "Damaged goods like yourself." The human's laugh was low and dangerous. "Damaged? Admiral, you clearly don't understand human engineering." Before Kesaray could respond, Chen's cybernetic arm erupted in a shower of sparks, but not from malfunction. Hidden electromagnetic pulse generators, disguised as damage, sent cascading feedback through the containment system. The field flickered and died. Chun dropped to the deck, her augmented leg automatically compensating for the impact. In one fluid motion, she rolled behind a console as the bridge erupted in alarm. "How did she—" Zethai began, then screamed as Chen's sidearm materialized in her hand, a weapon the aliens' scanners had dismissed as medical equipment due to its integration with her arm's prosthetics. The first shot took out the bridge's tactical console. The second eliminated the communications array. By the third shot, Chun was moving with a terrifying efficiency that her broken appearance had completely masked. "You see, Admiral?" Chun called out as she systematically dismantled the bridge's control systems. "Humans don't replace damaged parts because we're weak. We upgrade them because we can always get better." Her cybernetic arm split open, revealing a compact but devastating plasma cannon that had been disguised as life support equipment. The neural interface in her scarred skull, which aliens had assumed was crude medical technology, was actually a direct link to the ship's computer systems. "Impossible!" Kesaray shrieked as her command codes were overridden. "Your primitive augmentations cannot." "Primitive?" Chen's scarred face split into a predatory grin. "Lady, this damaged body survived a direct plasma bombardment, 3 separate explosive decompressions, and a fall from orbital height. Each time, we rebuilt it better than before." The bridge lights flickered as Chen's neural interface penetrated deeper into the ship's systems. Throughout the hegemony fleet, vessels began reporting system malfunctions as the humans' military-grade cybernetics, hidden within what appeared to be crude medical prosthetics, spread through their communication networks. "You mocked my scars." Chun continued conversationally as she seized control of the fleet's weapon systems. "Each one represents a lesson learned, a weakness eliminated, a capability enhanced. Humans don't just heal from damage, we weaponize it. Admiral Kesare watched in horror as her perfect fleet turned its weapons on itself, controlled by the broken human they had underestimated. Her genetically enhanced crew, optimized for flawless performance in ideal conditions, found themselves helpless against an opponent who had been forged in failure and catastrophe. Your people bred out pain, suffering, and imperfection, Chen observed as hegemony ships began to tear each other apart. But those experiences teach adaptation, resilience, and most importantly, how to survive when everything goes wrong. The Admiral's perfect, unmarked face contorted with rage and fear. You cannot defeat the entire hegemony with one broken body. Chen's neural implants flared with activity as she simultaneously controlled 17 different ship systems while calculating firing solutions for an entire fleet. Just watch me. The last thing Admiral Kesare saw was her flagship's own weapons turning inward, controlled by a human whose every scar told a story of survival, whose every augmentation was a testament to the species' refusal to accept defeat. As the hegemony fleet consumed itself in carefully orchestrated chaos, Chun allowed herself a moment of satisfaction. Her broken body, rebuilt 7 times, enhanced beyond original specifications, and powered by a will that no amount of genetic perfection could replicate, had proven once again that humanity's greatest strength lay not in avoiding damage, but in rising stronger from it. The rescue beacon in her chest began transmitting. Soon, the human fleet would arrive to find her standing victorious among the wreckage of an enemy that had fatally mistaken adaptation for weakness. After all, she thought as her scarred face reflected in the burning view screen, broken things could still be very, very dangerous.